It just gets thicker and nastier as you get closer.
How far away are we from Orwain's hold?
You are less than a day's travel away.
Well, you guys know him best. Do you think Orwain would put us up for the night?
I honestly, I think we should rest up and anywhere we can outside of the hold, and anticipate the worst when we get in there.
Yeah.
So.
All right, then if possible, I'll search using nature again to try to find more areas where we can rest.
Okay. It'll take you. Basically, it'll be nightfall again once you reach Owain's hold. Are you gonna hold up like somewhere outside of the hold, or?
Not directly outside of it, somewhere a little bit away.
Yeah, a little ways away. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you'll do your nature check. You notice the closer you get to the hold, it starts to get worse and worse. But once you start actually heading towards the hold, the land starts to dry up and become very, very rocky. Once you pass this one little pass, it feels like it's this island that had been attached, this rocky island that had somehow been attached to a swamp. There are almost no trees covering it, almost no vegetation. It just seems to be it seems to be like this piece of rock, essentially.
No cover then either. If before the daylight disappears, if I can use a spyglass to see, are there like people on top of Orwain's? Like, is it like a fort or?
It's you know what a keep is, or?
I mean, like, does it have towers with lookouts? Is what I'm trying to see.
No, it's basically one large square structure where on the top they do have towers. They do have like what seem to be like the tips of towers almost, but there's nobody like patrolling there or anything.
Okay. Then we shouldn't need to worry about cover too much. Just need to make sure no one comes across us if you guys are that concerned about Orwain giving us rest for the night.
Dother, what are your feelings on this?
I really don't think that we should rely on him being generous.
I agree. So
you guys are gonna camp out on the rock for the night?
Yeah, I'm fine with camping on.
Yeah.
Okay, because it is a few miles of rock. It's this oddly large landmass, so it's not like you'll be camping underneath the keep or the hole. Let's just
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
Okay. Same sleeping order then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. The night goes by uneventfully, and you guys get a full night's rest.
Phew. All right.
The spider's back.
You do notice, though, that the ocean seems to be very, very hectic, very dangerous when it comes to the rocky area. Because while it's been relatively calm with the ocean and the waves hitting up against the swamp shoreline, when it comes to the rock, it seems as if the ocean just goes insane and the waves splash against the rocky outcropping very violently.
Alright, so it sounds like whatever this part of land is, it's kind of fucking up with the currents. If we don't need to do anything else, though, let's head to Orwain's Keep once we wake up.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You approach Owain's hold from.
I'm just going to note, since I don't know Orwain, I'm going to let you guys handle this.
I don't know, Wayne.
Well, I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys are approaching Owain's hold from the east.
We're actually going to approach him on the basis.
I thought we were just going to try and find the staff.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were meeting with Orwain, so I don't know.
I really
I don't know
what
who
the plan
Orwain is in character, so you guys seem to indicate you were friends, so
No,
We did not.
I never said
you
that.
said he hasn't killed us twice, so I guess so.
All right, so you approach Owain's hold from the east. There doesn't appear to be any sort of entrance on the east end of the hold. Mm-hmm. It seems to be just one rather large wall going straight up for about several stories.
I'm trying to
Do you
recall.
guys want me to look around to see if I can spot another entrance, or?
Yeah, intro in, because I mean we're looking for some sort of something that's underground, like a crypt that's underneath this thing to explore. From my understanding, so that's kind of what we're at right now. Is that we need to figure out where this is and get in there and, well, deal with whatever we find inside. So,
Alright, so we need to look for something beneath the actual fort. I guess try to scout the perimeter of the area and see if there's any kind of entrance that goes beneath.
Okay, you scout the holdout, and aside from several windows you notice, several window openings, you notice in the hold, there really doesn't seem to be many ways of entering outside of the dock that you notice on the west end, where a lot of activity seems to take place, and I'm assuming you didn't actually go there, otherwise you'd be spotted.
Alright, so there's still, like, the entrance, I guess, where the harbor is, that's where the actual entrance to the keep is.
Yeah, it seems like the main entrance is the harbor area.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to everyone and be like, I don't see any other entrance than by the harbor.
Should we go inside check, or is it...
Who is Owain? You guys seem to be very hesitant on speaking with them and knowing what your relationship with him is.
Well, I take a glance around and basically give, let's see, well, Owain...
You guys okay with him? Because it's okay, I don't judge.
No.
Okay.
He is, at least from what we can tell, a Death Knight that is involved in some degree of mass slavery, mind control, and was, up until Wyrmwick was leveled, at least from what we can know, or at least attacked, attempting to taking over various entities through his influences and connections. So it's...
And this is who we went to for help?
No.
We came here because this is where the staff might be.
In the undercrypts underneath this keep.
You want us to sneak in? Because I think a few of us might not be so good at the sneaking thing, as I point to John.
I look over at John and I say, you'd be surprised. He's actually...
You'd be surprised.
You'd be
So would I.
Like I said, this is a death trap, but it's not a suicide mission, at least.
Well, it's a suicide mission, but it's one that we have a chance of returning from.
Yeah, that's
The
why I
only
call
other thing that stands out to
Stop
me, though...
referring to it as suicide?
What?
Please?
What?
Can we stop referring to it as suicide? I'd like to imagine that we have a future beyond this.
No, I agree we have a future beyond this.
I thought we were chasing some legend, but now we're at some slaving capital.
Because this is what was built supposedly long ago, and where the crypt itself is located.
The only thing that's bothering me is the whole thing about it being locked magically by a Wesley. We know a Wes, a magic user.
Oh dear, but he was back in Wyrmwick.
He was in Wyrmwick. I can imagine he's escaped.
Oh dear.
I feel like there's a lot I'm missing.
Even if we told you, you would feel like there's a lot missing.
Alright, well then what are we doing? Are we sneaking inside, trying to find an entrance, or what?
We're
Because
trying to...
staying out here is not getting us any closer back to Wyrmwick.
We need to find a way to get into the lower crypts of this building here.
Alright, I'm going to try to sneak into the facility. First I'm going to just see what the guards outside and everything are like.
You don't. It being daytime, you don't notice anything outside other than just an empty harbor and a main gate that seems to be closed.
Alright, I'm gonna try to sneak up towards the gate and see, is this like a solid gate, or there's slits in it? Can I see like what's inside, or?
There's slits. You can see inside of it, and it's just an empty. It just seems to be an empty chamber that leads into a what seems to be like a storage area where there are a lot of crates and boxes.
All right. I'm not the best with lock picking, but I can try to pick this lock.
It's a huge gate. How are you going to pick the lock? Hang on.
Actually, I realize I don't have thieving tools, so I can't pick the lock.
Well, you can. You just won't have a bonus for it.
There's no, but there's. No, actually, no. There is. Okay, never mind. Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, I get confused with gates, so I don't know if it's like a portcullis, if it's like
No, it wasn't a portcullis. It's a gate. I'm sorry. I got confused. But no, it's a wrought iron gate with a lock in the middle. I'm sorry. I was looking at a different set of notes.
Okay.
And you're the only one at the moment, Caitlin, or you're...
You guys can come with me. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else here. I guess I'll have come back to you and told you this.
Okay.
Right. I will at least accompany you over to what you found and see if I can deal with this gate then. Wish. This is something I can manage a bit.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, first of all, I'm going to identify if there's anything about the locking mechanism on this gate that is trapped. It's 26.
It's not trapped.
Okay. And then I'm going to attempt to pick the lock on the gate. 26 again.
You skillfully and magnificently open the lock as if you naturally just had the key in your hand.
And I step back and take a look beyond the gate to see what do we see on the other side of this wrought iron gate specifically. Is there anything in terms
Again, it's an empty room, and then the room after that is a room full of crates and boxes.
Okay. All right. Well, gate's open, and I nod over to Caitlin and the others, and then I'm going to quietly advance into the empty room.
I'm going to follow.
All right.
We'll see
I'm
what.
going to look to see in this empty room if there's any sort of entrance beyond the room that just goes to storage. Is there anything that looks like there's an alternate exit?
And there's nothing that's apparent to you, no?
All right. Then I guess we're going to go into the storage room then. And I'm going to keep my ears open to make sure I see if I can hear anything talking or movement or anything like that.
No, you hear nothing. It's just deathly
Dead
silent.
quiet?
It's dead quiet.
All right. I'm going to stop sneaking at that point because it feels like this is either a trap or something's up.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm
You went into the storage room, right?
I'm actually going to draw my weapons as well.
Okay.
I'll have up in Drons as well, and then
Yeah, me too. Cause
I'll lean over to Caitlin and whisper.
it's the whole too quiet thing.
Part of me thinks that something might be hidden behind these crates in somewhere, as if there might be here not just for storage, but to hide something else. But I don't know how much time we would have to actually search this room.
Well, we're looking for a door, so
Right. So
I'm not going to put much stock into it at the moment.
Okay. There's an exit. There's an exit to the left, which will bring you back to the entrance that you came in, and there's an exit to the south, which will bring you to where, in fact, Skitch, Nick, and Gav, you guys have already been there. It's that room with the underground entrance to the drink room, and then south to the elevator room.
Right, yeah.
Alright, there's only seems to be one other way from here, so let's continue on.
All right, you head south
And
into the other room, or
assuming I don't hear anything in the next room, I'm not going to bother sneaking.
no? You don't hear anything.
Alright, let's continue into the next room.
All right, you enter into the next room, and it is empty and quiet. To the south is another door, and to the east is a door is a trap door in the floor.
Hey, is this trap door maybe what you're looking for?
It was down.
do I recognize?
You recognize that. You went through it already. It leads to another storage and a room that they basically call a bar or a tavern, but it's really not. It's just crates full of stuff, and people just sort of go in there, take a bottle of wine and drink, and then pass out.
All right, and so far we've seen absolutely no one, right?
You haven't even heard anyone breathing.
If there's going to be
Say
somebody in the
that
bar,
there was a bar down there. I'm going to press my ear against the trap door to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
You hear nothing.
Alright, I'm going to, well, actually, I'm not going to open it yet because it might be trapped. Drew, would you be able to see if there's anything on this?
The trapdoor? Alright. I'm going to check the door just to see if there might have been any sort of alarm, trap, or other sort of mechanism placed on it. From what I probably am, I don't know whether or not there is.
No, you